Good morning to you. This is Monday. I missed talking to you yesterday on Sunday, so I thought we could have a little chat today. And I want to kind of talk to you about Jacob. You remember Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, and then there was Joseph. Well, Joseph was highly favored by his dad, which was a mistake because the other brothers got jealous. And so one day, Joseph went to check on the brothers. He was 17 years old, and the brothers said, "There's that little dude coming. Let's just kill him and get him out of our way, and then Dad will maybe treat us better." So they sold him into slavery. He went to prison, ended up in the palace with Pharaoh. It's a long story, but most of you are familiar with it. And then a famine came, and Joseph had predicted the famine. Well, the brothers went to Pharaoh to buy grain, and they didn't recognize Joseph. He was the one in charge, but he recognized them. So he kept one of the brothers, kept Simeon in prison, and they go back to their dad, and they say, "Well, that guy that's in charge of everything," he said, "we can't buy any grain unless we bring back our youngest brother, Benjamin." And Jacob was just so heartbroken, and he, for the first time, really thought that God was against him. In fact, in chapter 42 of Genesis, and along about the 35th verse, 36, Jacob says, "Everything is against me." That's the way he's saying, "God, don't you care anymore? Where are you, God? What happened to you? Everything, the whole world is against me." What he didn't know and understand was God was working behind the scenes. We don't always know that either, do we? But it is true. When we're feeling really down and out and we're thinking that the world is against us, God is working things out for our good and according to his will. And of course, Jacob, after he found out that Joseph was alive, he went to Egypt, and he lived out his life. He ended up being buried in Canaan, of course, or Israel. So he found out that God really did care about him, and that God really did keep his promises. And we can trust that too. God is good. Man isn't, but God is. Have a good day.